Yeah, Celador, with the keys to the cellar doors, opening up the gateways, providing the beats for this funk lore, and much more. Yo, what up? Chilling with my dude Celador.
Yo.
You and I have been working with each other for a couple years now, short of a decade, but you know, that's
time moves fast, dude.
Time moves fast, but you know, short of a decade is a lot of years and dog years, and you know, the older we get. But yeah, I want to shine a light your way because on my journey as an MC and as a storyteller, you know, you've been a supporter and you've been an active part of the music that I've been creating. And music that a lot of people like, you know what I'm saying? So a lot of people, they don't know who's behind it, you know what I'm saying? Even if they see the name, if they see, you know, not everybody knows. Some of the songs that we've done, I think like we did
that album has a lot of the best ones on it.
Hip-hop stories from the book of funk lore. All types of shrapnel. Jurassic Parks for tourists of all sorts. All types of shit can happen and it will. Cosmic Mirror of Truth. Cosmic Mirror of Truth. Boy, you got the Cosmic Mirror of Truth.
Super Psychic Kitty on that one.
Super Psychic Kitty, you know it's real cool when she riding with me. Always on cue when she sliding film me. Yeah, that's my Super Psychic Kitty. Also, Random Acts of Nonconformity. Now listen close as we fully disclose the foul play. Planet Earth is neither flat and hollow or round shape. We're actually living in a digital simulation. The most you can hope to gain is a little inspiration.
There's a bunch of bangers on that album.
Always something bigger than you. There's always more than what the eye can see. A higher force at work behind the scene. Maybe my low-key favorite, Is There Anything Else?
Yeah, dude. I'm telling you.
Is there anything I uncovered the secrets of the universe and gave it to you in rhyme form. So you're holding the cover art for our single, our song, Ode to Jim Morrison.
Yeah, you hit me up out of the blue. I'm sure it was because of a dream or something, right?
A lot of stuff comes to me in the dream time. A lot of like song ideas, a lot of inspiration. I woke up one morning, Jim Morrison was speaking to me, you know, and basically he was letting me know, like, commemorate me. That was the clear message that he kind of put in my ear, was just like that he wanted a song done in his honor. But then I started hearing Riders of the Storm. So then I woke up with Riders of the Storm in my head. You know, I hit up my boy Celador right away. I'm like, dude, like, are you down to make a song commemorating Jim Morrison?
So that's the text message I get, and instantly I'm struck because The Doors is a special one for me because my dad grew up in San Francisco. He's got this cool story about the Doors concert he went to, and he loves the Doors a lot too. And you know how when your parents love something, sometimes that rubs off on you. So
if you really rock with the Doors, it's because you rock with Jim. The music is dope too, but like, he was so ill that he was able to even approach that music that was pretty like trippy, and kind of like he kind of MC'd it.
I got an affinity for the Doors that's special, and when I told G that, it was like kismet. It was like, it's already done, you know. So definitely in my, you know, your memo notes on your phone, like samples to hit, I had Riders on the Storm on that list for years, like, you know, but that list is long. You're never gonna get around to all of them, right? So this was, yeah, obviously the clouds parting in that moment.
Celador got on it. It was cool. When he sent me the beat, he had also worked in the sample from Wayne's World, which in a way, it was like the story behind how we made the song.
I just had the most vivid and powerful dream of my life. Last night, Jim Morrison spoke to me. He told me that the purpose of my life was to put on a concert.
Hellraiser, Trailblazer.
When I sat down with that sample, the sample's so easy. I mean, it just like butter. It was one of those ones that comes together in 20 minutes. Again, reaffirming that it was a divine order. Everything I played on the MPC.
I took my time writing the lyrics. I had a lot of different things in mind.
Peyote Joker, sacred blood oather, the native ghost chose you to uphold the culture of those who crossed over.
I tend to usually write really, really quick, but with that song, I sat with it for a few months, just because I wanted to make sure that I was like approaching it historically accurate as I could. I wanted to make sure that if I was going to describe this historical figure and also somebody who lived a real life, who was a real person and made a ton of music, and also that had an effect on me, that I took the time to make sure that those clear, exact messages came through.
Way before the takeover, you gave voice to the unknown soldier.
Jim Morrison, the Lizard King, right? He was a mystic. He spoke in spells and riddles, you know. He mesmerized an entire generation and continues to, because that music's timeless.
I made the art for it, which is a big part of my process. I drew it, you know, like markers and pens and, you know, all kinds of colors and stuff, and then I ended up scanning it and then making an animation out of it.
I don't think the shaman is really too interested in defining his role in society. He's just more interested in pursuing his own fantasies.
We also got love from Chuck D when we dropped that too, like he was digging it.
Señor Gigio is back with his latest release, Ode to Jim Morrison of The Doors. A song dedicated to a legendary 60s rock legend and lead singer of The Doors. And I'm a good friend of John Dinsmore, so we got to see if we could even try to get something in there together. How about that? With no further ado, Ode to Jim Morrison, Celador Gigio, right here, right now.
They're one of those bands that transcend.
Mm-hmm.
You know? Mm-hmm. That most of the heavy lifting in there is Jim.
Shout out Jim Morrison.
Jim Morrison, import a sin. When the story ends, shatter porcelain for all mortal men who stir hornets' nests just to bear this thing weaned from my mother's breast. Too early in the dream, it seems father's fault, a sworn nemesis. I see you as an Oedipus soaring on a Pegasus. The way to redemption is treacherous.
That's how we do it, y'all.
Yeet. Yo, watch out for my man Señor Gigio. He remains on your airwaves. Bay Area's #1. We still here, we still kicking it. We got shit coming.